Hey guys, it's Sarah and welcome back to a new video. Like the title, I got inspired to film a True Beauty inspired makeup video. So I've been reading the webtoon for quite some time now, and then the live version came out and it just ended like the last episode of the drama, so I figured I'd do this inspiration makeup video now before it's too late. And yeah, all the products that I used will be listed somewhere on the screen or in the description box below, so feel free to check that out. So I think that's it for this intro. The rest of the video will be voice overed. So here I started off talking through the actual makeup video, but later I decided to just do a voiceover for you guys. But yeah, in True Beauty, the webtoon, Jugyong's skin is quite troubled, so her base makeup is everything. It requires a lot of detail, and as the story goes by, you know, she learns new techniques that are more natural looking. So here I'm also color correcting my dark circles and spot concealing my blemishes. I want to make my base makeup as thin and light as possible, so that's how I started off with the first step. For the base, I'm using a very thin liquid consistency foundation, but here I'm mixing it with some light banana powder because the undertone is very neutral, which is great during winter time, but during the summertime here in Australia, I wanted to warm up the undertone a bit. And honestly, this routine is pretty similar to mine in terms of Jugyong's makeup style. I'm sorry about the background noise, someone's cutting their lawn, but yeah, I just prefer a full coverage base, yet one that's very thin on the skin so it doesn't feel too heavy or cakey. I actually bake my face and set it quite heavily, but that's only because my face is, or my skin is actually quite oily, especially during the summertime, so I had to kind of adjust the makeup routine for what I'm currently dealing with. So yeah, this part is just very detailed in terms of making the base look very even and natural at the same time. Right now it doesn't look too natural, but as the video goes on, it will start to look a little bit more well put together. So yeah, that's the base makeup. Onto the concealer, since I did previously spot conceal in the first step. Here I'm just concealing and highlighting what I personally prefer to do. Sorry about the background noise, but yeah, I keep it very simple since this concealer is actually very high coverage, so I try not to apply too much, and I just use a soft fluffy brush to blend it out and make it look very natural. Of course, this might be an extra step for some people, but for me, I kind of like the way my face looks like with this extra layer of concealer. So yeah, for setting my face, I'm starting off with baking my concealer in my under eyes because that creases very easily during the day if I don't set it properly. So before I set the rest of my face, I have to do this. And I know in Korea they don't really set their face as heavy as I do, so this is just a personal routine that I have to do. And here I'm using a powder pack that's very soft in finish and very natural, so I wanted to make my skin look a little bit more smooth. So yeah, for my brows, I'm just filling in and following my natural eyebrow shape, but here I'm using my best waterproof brow product in my collection. But yeah, I don't do anything too interesting with my brows, so I cut off most of this part. For the eyeshadow, I know Jugyong wears a lot of pink tones in the webtoon, but to match my complexion, I went more for a peachy orange kind of tone. And here I'm using all the shadows from this little trio palette just to create a very simple eye look. And yes, I did make it all matte because I don't really like it when my eyes are very shimmery, so again, that was a personal choice of mine to do. I do know she wears some bling or glitter shadows every now and then in other episodes, but today I kept it very fresh and matte, so that's what I did. So here I'm the background noise, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, but I'm just blending out the crease line with the lightest shadow from this trio, and that's basically it. For me, what basically completes the eye makeup look is a coat of mascara, and here I'm just doing my normal routine of curling my lashes and just applying some mascara. And I don't know if you guys can see the difference, but I can, so that's why whenever I'm doing my makeup I always need mascara, just so my eyes could pop a little more. Eyeliner can also shape your eyes, but this step isn't something that I do on a regular basis, so bear with me. But following the True Beauty style, I'm making it very thin and natural, so I'm following my eye shape and just giving myself a small little wing flick. And at this point I actually thought that I was messing up the eyeliner, but thankfully they both turned out pretty even, so I'm not gonna complain about that. It turned out pretty well, so patience is key. But in the next clip I got way ahead of myself and I was going to move on to blush, but I forgot I didn't contour my face yet, so we're going to contour my face. This part is really boring, I must say. I don't think I've changed my contouring routine. I've kept it pretty much the same for a while now, so I'm just pretty much following the bone structure of my face. And as you can tell, my face isn't very well defined, so a little bit of contouring does the trick for me, and I'm content with that. And yeah, I'm using a warm tone contouring palette, which is quite rare, but the foundation is very neutral, so I was able to use this palette just to add some extra warmth to my face. And I'm using the middle shade to contour my nose. Usually I would use a more cool tone gray brown shadow, but again I wanted this to look a little bit more softer and natural, so I just stuck to this palette. And again, I don't really do anything too extra with my nose contouring either. The last shade, the lightest one, I'm just using that to highlight and set the parts I concealed around my face, so that's that. And now onto the blush. I mixed both the shades together to create a more peachy kind of coral kind of shade, but here I'm actually applying this very light-handedly. I didn't want the blush to overpower the eye makeup, so I made sure that I applied it very soft and just added a little bit of color without it being too much. As for highlight, I honestly could have not done this step, but I did it anyways. I wanted to kind of highlight the high points of my face, but I wanted to more focus on my nose and my aegyo, the inner corners of my eyes. That's what I wanted to say. I wanted to just brighten that area. So I used this product. I was going to use glitter, but that would be too much in my opinion. I wanted to keep this very soft, so I optioned for this highlighter instead. For the lips, I'm using what I used to color correct my under eyes or my dark circles in the beginning. So I'm just roughly applying this onto my lips and blending it out with a soft brush to make the appearance of the lipstick to appear more softer and kind of like watercolored kind of wash. This is a soft matte finish, so I should have added some gloss afterwards because my lips are looking very crusty. But yeah, I only realized that towards the end once I was done with the look. So next time I should prep my lips properly. But yeah, that's pretty much it to the look. Overall, the tones match, so that's good. And I'm just setting my face with my favorite setting spray, and that's it. This is the final look. It's been a while since I've done an outro, but as you can tell with the color theme, I went for something very warm that would work against my skin tone. Again, I was inspired by the whole webtoon itself, but I wasn't going to replicate the actual look or makeup routine itself because for some different, my skin tone is a lot more deeper, so I just did it based on what I have. So yeah, hopefully you guys don't mind that too much. The drama has ended now. I cut up with the last episode. It was actually really funny, and I knew it was going to be different from the webtoon, so that was interesting. I think they did a good job making a live version of it. Obviously the webtoon is still not done, so I'm going to continuously read the webtoon, and I think that's it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this look. Stay safe everyone, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!